What's up, everybody? Mark with Ecom Warriors. Today, we're going to be making a new episode of the dropshipping series. So welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's talk about where we left off and what we got accomplished. And then let's talk about what are the next things we're going to work on. So if you guys don't know, I'm showing you guys a dropshipping tutorial, setting the business up with the Wolf of Shopify theme on an idea or a marketing tactic for scarcity, for sorry, my head is in a knot here because I have to be somewhere soon. But scarcity, we're going to use scarcity tactics. We're going to use social proof tactics. We're going to be using Lollapalooza Effect. And we're also going to be using limited stock counters, which also helps with scarcity. I'm losing the word that I want to use, but hopefully it comes up later. But let's just jump right in. So we have this little spin to win kind of thing. If you guys didn't see the video or the series or the episode of when we installed this, I recommend you check it out. We used two different apps to get that set up. We used one app for the email collections, and then we used another app for the email marketing side of things because we want to constantly email these people and put them, on our new deals. Let them know about our new deals for our products. Now, with that being said, guys, I want to be clear that you don't need to have a very fancy store to succeed with Shopify. You need two things. You need conversion tactics and you need traffic. I've said this time and time again, and I'll continue to say this over and over and over again. High quality traffic, high quality website, aka conversion tactics, conversion optimized website leads to a successful business over and over and over again. For example, you guys know those commercials that sell products. What are they called? Those videos where you flip the channel on the TV and they're just constantly selling stuff like QVC and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember. Oh, infomercial. There you go. What do? They have a ton of traffic, right? Because people are on TV. And then it's a optimized, essentially, ad, right? They're telling you what the benefits of the product are. What are the perks, right? Buy one, get one free. If you buy in the next 30 minutes, you'll get this free and that free and this free, right? They're putting out incentivization, which is conversion tactics, right? They show celebrity using the product. What is that? Social proof. Now, obviously, we don't use really infomercials in 2021. I know people do. We don't use them as young marketers. What do? We use the internet, but we use the same logical tactics. We use the scarcity, right? If you call now and you order now, in 30 minutes, these deals are going to be gone. Let's be honest, those deals are not going to be gone in 30 minutes. We use the same exact tactics. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the actual website design. What we did here is we're using those scarcity tactics and those incentivization tactics for a countdown timer banner. Now, I set it up to 638 days because I put a random date in there, but you guys can set it up to whatever date you want to set it up on. Here we have a split banner, which I'll show you guys how to set up. And here we have a video in the About Us section on the website. We have a blog and we have a slideshow. This is all we're going to use for our product website. Now, we actually don't even have that many products, and something I want to be very clear on, guys, is you do not need to have a lot of products to have a successful store. You should have a variety of products. I don't think you should have only one product. I know some people have one product stores, but I think with a one product store, you should have upsells and downsells and cross sells. If you're not, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. You're really limiting yourself on how much money you can make. I don't think you should only sell just one product. I think that would be illogical. But I do think that, you don't need to have a ton of products, at the same time. I think having a lot of products is just too much stress on the entrepreneur, on the business person, because they have to manage this and they have to manage that and it's just a headache. Also, another tip I want to go off and say right off the bat is, guys, I don't necessarily recommend that you do drop shipping in the typical sense. So when I say the typical sense is, drop shipping from China where a product takes 4 weeks to get to the consumer, that's really like 2018, 2017, 2014 type stuff. And if you're going to do it that way, you're really also, once again, shooting yourself in the foot, because in the world of Shopify or in sales in general, e-commerce, there's something called reoccurring. Sorry, I had a little itch in my throat there. Whoa. Reoccurring sales, reoccurring customers, and there's something referred to as a consumer lifetime value. The consumer lifetime value goes up when customers want to come back to your website and purchase from you again. It doesn't go up if you're sending a product in 4 weeks and it takes them 4 weeks to get it. Now, unless it's a custom product, we're talking about a completely different niche. But majority of the products that we're selling is not really custom. Let's be honest, right? You're not really engraving people's names on something, or you're giving them customized jewelry, or you're giving them customized t-shirts, right? Like with their names on it. You get what I'm saying? So my point here is if you're not going to be doing that, then shipping time shouldn't take that long. Now, I'm using the lighting as an example. I'm using the lighting products. You guys can see here the lighting products as an example. I don't necessarily recommend this for everybody. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the actual webpage, which here it is. Let's go ahead and hit customize here. And let me just talk through a few things before we begin this episode and what we're going to be doing, because I think this episode is where I just need to be clear with everybody, set the pace. I know I haven't created an episode in a while on this, so I got to set the pace and be clear about everything that's going on. So without further ado, what I want to take a look at is our collections page. I believe this is the page. I could be wrong. This might not be the page. Let's see, collections list maybe. No, it is collections page. There we go. So it is collections page. Now, something that I want to show here is the type of collection type view. So before I make any kind of mistakes, let's just go back here. Let's exit and let's make sure our products are in a collection. So just bear with me, guys, here. Let's click on collections and homepage collection. Let's just make all the products in the same collection. So browse, since we don't have that many, just because I want to show you guys something here. And let's enable this and let's hit done here. Let's hit save. By the way, guys, I forgot to say this. I'm using the Wolf of Shopify theme from wolfofshopify.com. So if you guys want to grab the theme, I'll leave the link in the description box down below. This is the theme that I am using. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, now, let's go ahead and just make sure all the products, yep, they're in the collection. Let's go ahead and hit customize. And the reason why I say that is because some people might see certain features on my product page. They might see me editing something. And if you're new to Shopify, no, these features do not come default within a free theme. Like, you have to actually pay for a premium theme to get this kind of stuff going. But like I said, it helps us with the way we design our store to help boost us on our sales and actually get something going. And especially when you pair that with an advertising type campaign, brings us more sales. So let's go ahead and jump into our collections page here. And all right, so you guys see this page right here. This is a page showing a collection, okay? Now, in your business, you're going to have a page where you're going to have a default type page referred to as a collections page, where if somebody clicks on, let's say, the t-shirt collection or the shorts collection or the, and I'll use Gymshark as an example. Let's just pull up Gymshark here. Okay, and I'll use Gymshark. Let's click on their link here. Gymshark, if I click on men's or women's, that is a collection, okay? And so you see here, they have all different kinds of products, whether it be shorts, whether it be pants, whether it be, sports bras. What the list goes on and on and on, but that's a collection, right? And a collection of products is what it sounds like it is. It is a collection of things. It is a amalgamation of things, right? So with us here, this is a collections style page. Now, there's two different kinds of collection pages that I like to bring your focus to. So with this theme, specifically the Wolf of Shopify theme, which, by the way, my affiliate link in the description down below, we have different kinds of views for our collection style pages, okay? So if you look here on this setting right here, it says product layout, right? Here we have two options. We have a product grid view and a product list view. So let's click on the list view. And notice how our products now are not seen in a grid, but they're in a list type format. Now, there are benefits to this, but not everybody should use it, and some people should. If you guys saw my other series, I believe I did the series on, this was the series right here, the Let's Build a Shopify Store Together. I created a store called the One Interactive Store. Now, One Interactive is actually a real fitness brand. I just, copy and pasted their photos and built it off that series. The One Interactive Store, guys, and you guys can watch the whole template, the whole what do you want to call it? Playlist, the whole playlist. You guys can watch it. I created what's referred to as a list style view or a list style collection. And the reason why I did that is because, once again, the products were limited in quantity. There wasn't like 100 products or 60 products, right? It might have been like 20 or 30 products, right? But the reason why it is because I wanted to give more focus to each product. In this case, guys, I don't want to give more focus to each product because there's so many options. So what I want to do personally is I want to use a product grid view, right? Because at the end of the day, this is the same as this, is the same as this, is the same as this. Their only difference is the designs of the actual products that we're selling, which in this case is neon lights, which are relatively the same, right? The whale is roughly the same as the heart. The only difference is the design. So I want people to be able to skim through and see all the designs in like one shot, right? And so what I also did was I created them in variations. So if you saw the way I separate, and by the way, don't use Oberlo. I hate Oberlo. It's a terrible app. Doesn't mesh well with Wolf. But if you're using Oberlo, you guys see my point. AliExpress and Oberlo, just bad thing for dropshipping, but you guys get my point. Here's the sad truth is that 94 to 95% of the people watch, and by the way, I just literally pulled that number out of my rear end. But a lot of people, I'm going to say 95% of the people who watch Shopify videos are probably watching videos from the top gurus out there. And they see that all these other gurus are doing the exact same thing, literally. They're going on Oberlo, they're picking a product from AliExpress, and they're hoping to God that it's going to sell. And they show like these $5,000 in sales. Guys, I don't want to call BS. I don't want to say that. But it's BS. When I say BS is like, I mean, I don't want to insult anybody, but you guys should really know by now that that's not a legit business, okay? Even if you're getting sales, you can't rely on that. The second you shut off your ads, nobody's going to come back to buy a product from you ever again. Chargebacks are going to be through the roof. And by the way, side topic, why do you think people's PayPal accounts and people's credit card processing accounts get shut down doing dropshipping? Why do you think that is? It is because dropshipping has built a relationship with these big companies, the idea of dropshipping, as it's a problem, right? Because what do people do? You have beginners who don't know anything about business running something like this. Maybe they might get a sale here and there, right? And then what they do is they never fulfill the product, and then it's dispute after dispute after dispute after dispute, causing all dropshippers to be black labeled from different companies and things like that. So what I'm telling you guys is, why do you think that happens? Why do you think these disputes happen? A customer waits for 4 weeks to get to the product. The customer is probably emailing support where there might not even be a support for the actual products that they're selling. They're drop shipping. The person who's selling is probably, not aware that, this kind of stuff exists, and somebody's going to dispute, and they wonder why it happens. My point is don't put yourself in that hole. A lot of people make that mistake. Drop shipping from AliExpress, it's bad. It's bad news. Unless the product is shipped from the U.S., and the consumer's not going to wait a while, do not do it. It's bad news. And be very clear with your shipping times. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this grid view, this product grid view. Why do I want to go with the product grid view? Like I said, I don't have that many products. I want the customer to be able to skim through and see all the designs. Now I get to choose if I want 3 products per row, 4 products per row, 5 products per row. For me, I'm going to stick with a conservative 4. I have 8 total products, so I don't want to leave one like odd out here. Like you see how there's this empty gap. For me, just for my eye view, I don't like the way it looks. I think I like the way this looks better. I think it looks cleaner, more professional, and that's what I'm going to go with. All right. Now, you see this sidebar stuff? This sidebar is never going to exist if you don't edit this section. So I am going to actually add a sidebar. But in real life, guys, I really wouldn't. So I'm going to show you how this actually works, and I'll explain why. Because guys, like I said, this video might seem, valueless to some people. The reason why I'm explaining certain things is because the truth is people just create stores with no logic behind it. No logic. Okay? And they just create stores and they hope that they're going to succeed. and then they probably get scarred from the fact that they probably spent like $200, $300, $500 on ads and haven't seen a single sale. They go on that big guru, not me, but some like kind of guru's YouTube channel that has like 100,000, 500,000 subs and says, you're a scammer and this method doesn't work. No, the method works. You're just doing it wrong and you're not thinking properly. So collection. If I click collection sidebar here, okay, instead of collection full width, guess what? Now I have a sidebar. Now, you have to, the way this stuff actually works is you have to tag your products. So you have to go into the product page and actually tag it. So I can give you guys a tutorial real quick how this actually works. Let's just click on theme settings. Notice here on the sidebar, let's say it says shop by color list, okay? Now this is not ideal for me. Like I said, to use a filter like this is not ideal for colors. It would only be ideal if I was filtering based on price, but even then it wouldn't be ideal because all the products are relatively the same value, okay? But filters are good for if you have a wide range of colors, wide range of products, wide range of sizes. That's what it's good for. But what you should do is and this is really how it works, is your product tagging. So you see how there's a black button here? If I just click, let me just click save here so that everything works. Let's just wait for it to load. So if I was to click on this black button, look what happens. Nothing comes up. And or even if I click on, let's just click on blue. Let's just wait for it to load. Let's click on blue here. Nothing loads. Why is that? It's not that I don't have a blue product for sale. It's because the products are not tagged properly. So if you see blue here, like I have a ton of blue products, but they don't show up. Now, why is that? Is because, I didn't tag it properly. So I'll show you guys how this works. So you see the keyword here that says blue, okay? And you could change up what's in here. Let's go back here and I'll show you how this is actually going to work. Let's go to our exit and let's go to our products and let's find any kind of blue product. So this picture has a blue product in it. Let me just show you guys the picture. See this blue one right here? So I'm going to go over here to tags. I'm going to type in blue, just like that, right? And hit enter. I'm going to hit save. Now let's go back to our store, or let's just preview our store. Let's hit the catalog button. And now, if I click this blue button, it should show up. So let's just hope it shows up, and let's see what happens. There you go. There it is. So it shows up. Does that make sense, guys? So now you guys know how to set up filters and tags. This video could have went a lot longer than it had to, but the reason why I'm going to end the video here is if you guys feel that your website needs tagging, you should go in and tag your categories if you want to do categories, color options, size options, price fill, whatever tags that you want to set up. Like I'm setting up actually a supplement company right now, and I'm tagging based on the type of supplement. So pre-workout, protein, post-workout, intra-workout, things like that. So that's different tags I'm creating. So you should really do some kind of research on what tags you should use. And that's just a quick little tip. And I think by now for this episode, it's a good enough example. Something that I do want to say before I end the video is I want to jolt you guys with a little psychology here, is the reason why we're going with this specific setup for a website is I'm choosing not to show any descriptions. I'm choosing to only use these three boxes. And by the way, this is a Wolf of Shopify feature. So if you don't have Wolf of Shopify, you won't be able to do this, right? This is a Wolf of Shopify feature. I'm going to be using these three descriptions as my description tags. The reason why is because if we look at the catalog, like I said, all the products are relatively the same. And so if they're all relatively the same, the descriptions can be the same throughout, right? So I have here, why choose us, returns and shipping. We're going to change that in the future, and you guys will see. We're also going to change the titles. We're going to change the special offer box. We're going to do a whole lot of things. The cool things here is we got this stock counter, so X amount sold in the last amount of hours, and this hurry, X amount left. The reason why these two matter is because the AdWord that we're going to be running is going to say, hey, limited stock, right? For every ad, you need to have a hook. And basically what a hook is imagine if you're fishing and you're hooking in a fish. what's that thing that's going to get the fish to you is the hook, right? So I need to hook in my customers by offering them some kind of incentive and jolting them with some kind of scarcity to actually get the sale. And when these two different cognitive biases come together, it creates a Lollapalooza effect. And I've said this before, and if you guys are new to the channel, you might not know what this means. If you're not new, then you probably know what this means. Lollapalooza effect generally means that when there's multiple cognitive biases or psychological cognitive factors working together, there's a much greater effect or a much greater chance of a psychological activity or occurrence, right? So if my goal is to get the sale, if I include more and more cognitive biases within my website that trigger a sale, aka social proof, scarcity, incentivization bias, all these different things, that will lead to more sales later down the road than if I was to just include one or two, right? But if I have 10 biases, I increase my chances, also known as Lollapalooza effect, okay? So all these things work together, and they work together for a reason, all right? So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, let me know, and I'm going to try to create much more videos coming soon, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.